Hi, my name is Chris Munson. I'm a lighting designer, and I'm going to take a little bit of time today to talk through some different techniques for writing lighting cues. I'm going to be using Lightforge for my console today, but hopefully a lot of what I'm talking about here will translate across a variety of different platforms. Probably will be a few things on here that are Lightforge specific, just because the way that it handles things is kind of different than some other consoles. But hopefully you'll be able to get something out of it regardless. I'm going to go ahead and start by adding in a new cue list for the song that we're going to be working on. So the song is called God of Justice. And this is actually the first time I've ever written cues to this song, so we'll kind of meander through this together, I guess. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drag the audio track for this song onto my timeline here. And there we go. And one thing to note about this song in particular is this is an acoustic version of an original song that we're performing for the first time next week. So it's going to be a full band piece. So there's going to be a little bit that we're going to have to use our imagination on here, just so that the dynamics are kind of where they should be. And to be honest, I'm not going to probably go into the full level of detail that I would on this cue list for the final product. It's just going to take a little bit too much time, and I don't want to spend time doing something that is not going to be helpful to you. So we have our audio track in here, and a lot of times the way that you would approach this is you just start from the beginning and you come up with the look for what you want for the beginning of the song, and then you just go throughout the song and add a cue for the next section, add a cue for the next section, and build on it, and hope that at some point you get to a coherent destination. What I've kind of found over time is it's more helpful for me if I know where I'm building to, and if I have a general idea of the structure of the song first. So one of the things that I tend to do, and I don't do this on every cue list that I write, but a lot of the time, I'll go through, and before I even start writing cues, I am just going to listen through and kind of block out the sections of this song that I'm going to want to hit. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. And like I said, I'm probably not going to add in as many sections into this as I would for the actual piece, just for the sake of time. So I'm going to go ahead and start this rolling. So I'm definitely going to want an intro cue here. Alright, and first one, go ahead and add that in. I'm going to set these as follow cues so that they will keep rolling through. So what I'm listening for here as I'm going through this is dynamic shifts. So right now it's fairly low key. So there's a shift. In the darkness, it's so hard to see you. Actually, I don't know that that's the chorus. I'm just going to change this to In the Darkness. It's so hard to hear your voice. Alright, there's another one. God Creator, are you done with us? I'm not worrying about the timing of this too much right now. I'm just kind of getting a rough outline for what I'm going to want to do here. And there's another shift. In the darkness.
voice. It's so hard to see you. In the chaos, it's so hard to hear your voice. And in the darkness.
So that's not much of a shift there, but I think that we're going to add just a little bit of a build there.
In the chaos, it's so hard to hear your voice. Will you heal us now?
And then we got kind of a drop out there.
Will you save us now? Will you heal us now? Will you save us
Right.
now?
And I think we should have a build coming up here. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a several part build, I think. Just gonna build one. Alright. Add another build.
You came to heal us, sent to save us. You
Vocals in there.
back to life. Our God,
This is just kind of a long build here, so we're just going to keep adding points that we can increase the lighting dynamics here. Add another one.
to rescue us from darkness with your light. We are your children, your sons and daughters, sent to sing of your great love.
We're just going to have a swell here at the end of that, and then a drop.
Oh God of mercy, seated
Add.
on high.
Vocals come back right in there.
Come and save us, please hear our cry.
All right. And then we have the end. All right. So at this point, I have the basic outline of my my cue list for this song, and you notice I didn't go through and add in like any actual lighting cues in here. This is just the skeleton, the framework for this, and we'll go through and start filling this in now. So now I've listened through the entire song, so I'm not trying to guess or remember where this is going to go. I know dynamically how it goes throughout the song, so I've got a good feel for how I'm going to build this. And at this point, I don't really know how this is going to look. I just know dynamically what's going to happen here. So let's start working on how it's going to look. Now, the way you might think that this should happen is start at the beginning and listen to the first section here and figure out how you want this to look, and then go to the next cue and figure out how you want that to look. But what I find when you do that is you have no clear destination in mind that you're building to. So you're starting out at a really low part in the song, and then you're trying to figure out, how am I going to get to the biggest point here, and then hope that this all just works out. And that's not generally the way that I approach it. So the way that I will approach it is I will find the biggest point in the song that I am going to have the largest amount of the lighting rig on, the most probably complex look that I've got going on as far as number of fixtures that are in it. I'm going to set that up. And then after I have that set, I can just kind of take all of these pieces that I've made into this big look and create smaller looks out of that. So I'll show you how that works. So the biggest part of this song is right here as we're approaching the swell and drop. So I'm just going to plan for what do I want this part in the song to feel like. So for this, I'm kind of feeling like a lot of kind of warm 3200 Kelvin light mixed in with some harsh white. That's just kind of the feel that I get from this. It's kind of got a bit of a darker feel to it, so I think that I'll be able to get some nice silhouette stuff happening at some point in here with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and start building a look that is sort of like that. And at this point, I'm just kind of meandering through this, trying to find what is going to look good for this particular thing. So I'm just going to start by turning our intelligent fixtures on, setting them to some sort of a basic position here, just as a starting point. It almost certainly will not stay there, but that's where we'll start. And then I'm going to start pulling in a little bit of conventional stuff. So we've got a bunch of Fresnels down on the floor. Get a little bit of warm light coming in there. And got pars around the screens that we're going to bring in. And then because this is such a powerful part in this song, I think I can get away with these blinders up here. Yeah, okay. So I've got a good start. I'm going to go ahead and bring in some of the LED bars that we've got. And I don't like that look. So I'm going to go ahead and try and find something that I do like here. Some of this stuff just feels like the preset groups that we've set up here feel a little bit predictable as far as what you would expect to see when you look at it. Just trying to find something that I like a little bit better than that. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and try and pull in just the edge parts of these groups. Just try and get a little bit different feel out of this. Okay, turn that on. Yeah, that's something. Okay, I think I want the very edge groups in as well. Okay, there's something. And now the white that they're putting off is a little bit more blue than I would like, because it's just the straight LED white. So I'm going to go ahead and use my white palette here, and kind of gets that to match a little bit better. Okay, and then I'm going to bring these pars in as well. Okay. Go ahead and set up a look on the LEDs in the air as well. And this might take a second to figure out exactly what I want to do here. I'm going to listen to this again and see. Yeah, not really feeling that. I think there could be something in here, though. Okay. Well, we'll go with something kind of like that for the moment. Just so that we can keep this moving. Alright, so we're getting close. I'm going to go ahead and take the washes and point them down so that they're backlighting the band, and then wash them out. And then go ahead and take our spots that are up in the air, and let's go ahead and set up a prism. It's rotating with a gobo in there. All right. And then for the moment, let's go ahead and point the spots that are on the floor out towards the crowd. Seems like a good plan. Okay, I'm going to do the same sort of thing here, the rotating prism, and stick a gobo in there. Go ahead and focus it a little bit. Okay, we're starting to get close. Go ahead and add in these LED downlights. And generally speaking, at this point, I'm not worried about front light at all. I'll go through and add front light at a later point. I'm just trying to get the general structure and feel of the song in there. So we'll go ahead and let's just say this is what we're going to do. So now I've got this largest point in the song that I'm going to build to. So now I'm going to go back to the very beginning, and I'm going to strip this down to be how I want to start this song, so at its lowest point here. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and ditch all of this stuff. Go ahead and pull out all of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Pull that out. Okay. So now we've got our starting point, but at this point we also have all of our lights preset to the positions that they're going to wind up going to eventually. So it makes it much easier to transition from here smoothly all the way to where I want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that to this cue. And there we go.
Oh God of justice, where are you?
And I actually think that those pars are maybe just a touch too bright in there for where we're going, so I'm going to go ahead and update that first cue. And then the second cue, I am just going to do front light. So I'll add that at a later point because I don't know where on stage he's going to stand, so it's just easier to do that when I know where everybody is positioned. Okay. So let's go ahead and drop this down a little bit at this point. Actually, I'm going to leave that there and drop out all of this center stuff here. All right. And then we're going to bring it back in for this. Go ahead and select this group while I'm thinking about about it and just these groups and just set up a preset. Okay. So when we hit this point, go ahead and bring this in just real low. Hop back there and take a look at that again. Adjust my timing a little bit. At the same time that I bring that in, I'm going to go ahead and pull. Yeah, go ahead and pull out just that center area again there. Alright, so now we're getting ready to go into that build. Because I know I have just a massive amount of build to go here, I'm trying to keep things kind of real low at this point so I've got room to build. So, as we're going into this first build, let's see, what should we do here? I'm going to start bringing in those spots on the floor. I'm going to make that a nice long fade. Start a little bit sooner. Alright, we'll go with that for now. Alright, so now we got this drop. And my timing's a little off on that. Well, actually, no, it's not. We've got two drops in here, I guess. So I'm going to drop this out completely. I'm going to add another cue here. After this.
Save us now.
I take it back. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just keep that going through there. Alright, so at this point it's all instrumental for a little bit. So I am going to pull out... we're going to drop these out for a second. They may come back. We'll see. Alright, and I'm going to bring in the spots up top. I'm kind of wanting this backlit gobo thing happening. So I'm going to go ahead and point the spots here towards the crowd. Get this thing going on. I'm going to pull down the intensity of those washes. And yeah, we'll go with that.
Will you save us now?
I want this to be just like this nice slow sweep down on this with those spots up top. Alright, so they come in nice and slow, they sweep down. Yeah, that feels good. When we get to this little build here, I'm just going to use the washes, bump them up a little bit. Alright, and then got vocals coming in here. I'm going to bring in these side lights pretty strong to get kind of a silhouette-y side light thing happening. I probably will not use front light at all during this this section. Just let it stay kind of backlit, real moody. Go ahead and bring the nails on the floor a little bit. Alright, so now we're starting to really pump it up there, so I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in LEDs. Just the end point on that. Start bringing this in. And we've got that swell. And for that, I'm going to go blinders pretty strong, and then probably pump up this stuff as well.
Mercy, seated on high.
Adjusted. Okay, and I want to drop these out entirely at this point. All that can go. And yeah, all that can go. Alright, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that swell is happening too fast, so I'm going to go ahead and adjust that. Still just getting there too fast. Alright. Let that trail off a little longer. Even a little longer than that. I didn't add the LED strips in just for the sake of saying that we did. I'll add it in. I don't like that look too much, so I'm probably going to change that at some point. But put that in. Just in case I do wind up keeping it, I'm going to adjust the rate on that. And then since like the initial point where I added all of these looks in was on the first cue, I'm just going to update the first cue. Yeah, that's just too much. Pull that back. Yeah, that feels better. Needs to go away in that
God of mercy, seated on high. Come and save us, please hear our cry.
Alright, and then last thing we've got to do is figure out how we want to end this. And I'm just going to drop the, not the washes, the spots. And yeah, we'll just end it like that. Looks good to me. Alright, so at this point, we've pretty much got it taken care of. Let's go ahead and just watch it through.
of justice, where are you now? And can you hear us crying out? Oh God of heaven, do you see us now? In the darkness, it's so
Alright, so that transition was too fast. Go ahead and adjust that.
now. In the darkness, it's so
So ideally, as you're going through and doing this, you want your transitions to be super smooth, where you almost don't even notice that things are changing. It should just feel like a natural progression of how things are going with the music.
hear your voice. Oh God, creator, are you
there, that's
done
just too fast.
with us? Oh God, creator, are you done with
That's better. I'm gonna slow it down just a little more. That should be good.
Where are your words that give new life? Oh God, our maker, we need you now. And in the darkness, it's so
Yeah, I
hard
wasn't paying too much attention to my fade times up until this point.
and in the dark,
Yeah, that works.
and in the darkness, it's so hard to see you. In the chaos, it's so hard to hear your voice. And in the darkness, it's so hard to see you. In the chaos, it's so
I'm
hard.
not super excited about that fade in. I'll probably go back and fix that at some point.
Will you heal us now? Will you save us now?
You know, that doesn't drop enough there. So I'm going to go ahead and
Will you heal us now?
take that out.
Will you save us now?
Okay. Let's do that one more time now that I make that change.
Will you heal us now?
Yeah, that feels better.
Will you save us now? Will you heal us now? Will you save us now?
I have an idea. Gotta give it a try. Maybe something that I might actually like for what's going on those strips. So go ahead and yeah, that could be something. to get the decay where I like it there. Yeah, we'll go like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the first cue here, so that it's all preset and ready to go. And then when I get to this point here, I'm going to go ahead and fade that in. Okay, let's see how that looks.
Will you save us now?
Just the fade in point on that just a little bit.
Us now.
Almost. For real this time. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that feels nice. I'm gonna have to do something else. Okay.
You came to heal us,
Go with it.
sent to save us. You came to bring us back to life. Our God who suffered, walked among us. You are the promise of new life. You heal our broken hearts and rescue us from darkness. You came to bring us. You came to heal us, sent to save us. You came to bring us back to life. Our God who suffered. Our God who suffered, walked among us. You are the promise of new life. You heal our broken hearts and rescue us from darkness with your light. We are your children, sons and daughters with your light. We are your children, with your light. We are your children, new light.
Alright.
Heal our broken.
Quick here so I can step up my intensity. Yeah, I'm just going to keep intensity stepping up to full throughout this entire build.
Heal our broken hearts and rescue us from darkness with your light. We are your children, sons and
Go ahead and yeah, remove that since I think this looks better now. And at this cue, I kind of want that to start getting a little more intense. Oops, if I have the right one selected. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
with your light. We are your children, sons and daughters, sent to sing of your great love.
And then on that swell, I'm going to go ahead and bring these LEDs so that we get a whole bunch of them.
Sent to sing of your great love.
Alright, and then we want to fade them out. Okay.
Oh
And we also want this effect to go away here. Okay, we're real now. We're good. Yeah.
Oh God of
Feels all right.
mercy, seated on high. Come and save.
All right. Well, that's about all there is to it. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, just ask and I will do my best to answer. Thanks for watching.